Welcome to your daily writing habit, episode number 910. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online on the interweb, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 20 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that 3 things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can even turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those 3 things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Earlier this year, I gave an interview to Authority magazine, which covered a ton of subject matter. They were super, super thorough, I will tell you. So today I wanted to share a couple of their questions and my answers with you. Hopefully some helpful takeaways here and certainly some juicy life stories, some of my personal life stories. So their first question was, can you please give us your favorite life lesson quote? Can you share how that was relevant to you in your life? So the quote I chose, of course there's many, how can we choose one favorite quote? That's a hilarious thought to me to choose one, but one of my favorites is, the question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. And that comes from Ayn Rand. And ever since I read her novels, they were assigned as part of our AP English curriculum back in high school. Ayn Rand had a major impact on me as an intellectual and strong literary female role model. As for the quote, it relates directly to me, I believe, dating back to the age of 4, when I switched my family's religion from Methodist to Lutheran. I mean, not exactly the Grand Canyon of chasms between those two religions, but hey, I was 4 years old and I converted my entire family's religion. So true story. And my mom told me it was all in the way that I worded the request. After coming home from nursery school at the local Lutheran church one day, we were still going to the Methodist church, but I went to a Lutheran Sunday school. And I said, or nursery school actually, is there any reason we can't go to church there instead, meaning the Lutheran church? And that was the beginning of me rarely asking for permission to do anything, jumping first and building my wings on the way down. That's another favorite quote of mine from Ray Bradbury. There are countless other examples of moments in my life and my career where innate confidence made me leap first, inspiring those around me to believe that I must know what I'm doing and then kind of get out of my way. And as I learned when converting my family's religion, sometimes it's all in the way that you word the request, the assumptive close. So there's the takeaway from that story. Another question Authority magazine asked me as part of their interview was, you have been blessed with much success. In your opinion, what are the top 3 qualities that you possess that have helped you accomplish so much? And if you can, please share a story or example for each. So the first quality I chose, not surprisingly, was perseverance. I don't see dead ends. Everything, in my mind, is a cul-de-sac. Problem solving is the quality within the quality here, my ability to find a solution no matter what. That's my perseverance secret. It's my method of continuing on forward with a no matter what, 3 words you all have heard me say on the show here, a no matter what attitude. In December of 2014, I was up to my eyeballs in credit card debt with a bloated business full of expenses I could not afford. And right before Christmas, unfortunately, I had to let go of most of my team members in one agonizing phone call at a time. That was the most emotional part, but really the hardest part was digging myself out of the hole that was my failing business. I think many entrepreneurs in my position might have said, hey, I had a good run. I was 11 years at that point, but this is just not working out, and maybe close their doors. But driven by my mission to help as many people as possible write their books, I pushed on. I made some even more painful decisions and ultimately found my way around the cul-de-sac and came out stronger and, I think, wiser than ever. So that was the first answer I gave them, perseverance. My second quality that I chose, again, not surprisingly, communication. Being able to affect people with words, especially the written word, allows me to maximize the impact I make on others, especially in business. It also adds ease to all aspects of doing business. Overall, strong communication skills create a better impression. And the quality within a quality here is storytelling skills. For instance, Back in 2015, I gave a speech down to a group in Hermosa Beach, California. It was a small audience. The speech went off the rails rapidly, though, from my original plan of mostly teaching useful things about book writing with a little bit of personal story thrown in. Well, here's what happened. It became 95% personal story and 5% useful things. But it was also, to date, the most successful speech I've ever given because of basic communication and storytelling, and really a lifetime of practicing both skills. And I was still receiving client referrals from that tiny little speech several years later. So I was trying to teach all the useful things. It became mostly about personal story, and it turns out that was the more effective communication strategy. Finally, the third quality I chose that they said, what's helped you accomplish so much? Obviously, habits. Because improvised habits equals improvised results. Habits unlock creativity, consistent results, and create freedom to put the things you need done on autopilot so you can focus on bigger goals and ambitions. Years ago, I was only investing in the internal functions of my writing agency when I had extra time, which is one of the most deceiving myths, I think. Extra time, because you all know, extra time to write my book. How's that working out? Where's that extra time showing up? Things like blogging and email newsletters and consistent marketing outreach, brand building, other non-billable tasks, they were not habits. They were wishes. And I had the improvised results to prove it. But once I made business development a daily habit, everything changed for me in a very good way. Content habits are what finally built the big brand spotlight that I had been chasing for so many years. Habits, habits, habits. So there's just a little bit of a glimpse into one of the interviews I've done recently, and I'll make sure to put a link to my complete interview with Authority Magazine in today's show notes. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. Thanks for tuning in. Until tomorrow, happy writing.